What is going on, boys and girls of YouTube? We're back at it. We're doing a guide, play-by-play, how-to type of thing. It's gonna be a mix of like how to jungle and also how to play Aladdin. So let's get into it, talk about it. So I'm playing on a new account because I want to get into ranked on this account. And with that being said, I'm playing against bots, I'm pretty sure. So don't be paying attention to the teammates or the opponents, whatever. Pay, closer attention to what I'm talking about. So I have a different jungle start I've been doing. If I do not know my mid, or I don't have faith in my mid having pressure, this is the the jungle start I've been doing, where I do all the camps. And it really stems from, if you watch the SPL games and the LAN that just happened, the junglers were never going to lane. They were avoiding lane outside of ganks as much as possible. And they were doing a lot of invading and a lot of just farming, being on their timers, doing backside camps, getting as much gold, and just power farming as fast as possible. So this is a start I basically will do, and it forgoes that mid camp. If you can get it, dope. But ideally, you would get it. In reality, you're probably never going to get it. But a lot of time with the current starts, blue is being left up, right? So this allows you to secure all your camps. It allows you to do the blue buff for your solo laner. And then it also allows you to have kind of a crazy rotation if you choose to. So you can go to backs here and farm, go back to the back camps, farm, and then back to base, get your item, come out, do the back farm, look for a gank. Or you can do this, where you cut across the bottom of the lane, you grab these back camps, you get a little more gold, and then you would look for a teleport over to the duo lane. Now, the cool thing with this is if you're in a game with, average players, a lot of the time you'll go through this portal, and even if the gank isn't available, your farm is all up because your duo lane will suck, their duo lane will suck, somebody will suck, right? Like, it's just more farm for you. And at this point, I have a lot of gold, all my camps are coming back up, so I would back to base and get my item. Now, flip side, away from jungle pathing and everything, with Aladdin, he got nerfed yesterday. Does it matter? No. He's still crazy overtuned. You have two build options. You see this game, I'm going an intel build. He has double scaling, meaning he scales off of both int and strength. Both builds work. Neither build is like massively superior to the other one, in my opinion. I've played both. I feel like the intel build allows you to one-shot a little earlier than the strength build. The strength build has a little bit more value late game because of how good Heartseeker is. And Crusher, but basically Heartseeker. So if you want to play purely for the late game and max out on Heartseeker before it's nerfed, because it's going to get nerfed at some point, then you would go strength. If you want to play for the earlier one-shots and the snowball, you'd probably go int. So I'm going intel build. It's what I usually run in ranked games. It also allows for your 1 to hit insanely hard regardless. I've seen somebody hit for 2,000 with the 1. And if I'm not mistaken, the only thing's nerfed were your 2 damage and your 3's leap range. So that is that. And then once you get out of the normal rotation, so I'm 3 minutes in, this is where the normal rotations will start to be broken down. That's where you start to look for invades, you look for ganks. You can gank any lane. You really have to look at your target. So Aladdin can very easily jump on somebody, right, and get a quick burst off. So if I'm looking at the duo lane, I see 2 leaps. It's on her Bacchus. I'm looking at the mid lane. It's Kukulkan. If his 3 goes down for clear, I go in, right? Like, yeah, see, his 3 goes down for clear. We go in. We dash. We cancel the dash with our right click. I'm going to ult here just because he's going to get out. And then whenever I have a guaranteed kill, I'm going to pop my wish. My wish gives me extra gold for every assist, right? So for Aladdin, if you didn't know, your passive is a 2-part thing. You have wishes. You have 3 wishes, and you can use them each once. Your wishes are when you press G, and then they show up down here. You have wish 1, which is wealth. It gives you 250 gold instantly, and then all kills or assists on gods for the next 3 minutes gives you an extra 100 gold. So you want to pop that right before you know you're going to get a kill. You're about to engage a fight where someone's 1 health, or someone's just got out of range, you know you're going to catch them. Pop it then, guarantee the extra gold. Ideally, in a game, if you can get 400 gold extra, so it would be 650 total gold, you have a massive lead over top of everybody at that point, especially for how early in the game that would be. So you see I got my 1 kill, plus the 250 base, so I'm at 350, and I'd like to get 3 more kills. I would be heavily aggressive here if I were you and just start looking for anything. If you die, you do lose it, so that needs to be understood. If you overcommit, it's gone. But being aggressive and looking for any kind of pressure, any kind of cleanup kills, you just have to be around for an assist. You don't have to actually contribute. So if someone's about to get a kill, make sure you get to that kill to get that extra gold, and you're kind of just good at that point. The other 2 wishes are a little different. So your other 2 wishes are going to be body block here, bud. This is kind of troll, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to ult this guy, but I might have to. So I still have my passive up. I'm gonna ult. Like, if this is a real game, I realize it's not the best ult. What the world? That's an interesting reaction to Aladdin for a bot. I probably would try to hold my ult here if I didn't have that passive wish still up. So because I still have that passive wish, I'm absolutely looking for, guaranteeing that kill. With ability leveling on Aladdin, I max my 2 first. They nerfed it a little bit. It does so much damage. The big thing with the Aladdin 2 is you can cancel it. I mentioned that very briefly. So normally my Aladdin 2 would take me to like here. If I cancel it, I dash, right click, it stops instantly. And then if I 2 again, it uses one of my passive genies to do extra damage. That extra damage, that genie slamming the ground, persists through CC. So if I get stunned, taunted, whatever, still goes off, keeps casting. Very, very good for killing gods like Athena, killing really anybody who's CCing you and staying in front of you, thinking, I'm going to turn on this guy. Your 1 hits hard, but your 1 charge up in the middle of combat is very, very difficult. So usually your 1 will be used as an engage or a poke. So if you guys are in a stalemate fight, whatever, you'll poke around with that 1. Or if you're at range and you want to, engage with it, throw your 1 out, get some extra damage off. I very rarely do the 1 that you call back to yourself. So that's where you use the wish to pull it back for extra damage, so you can press it again and have it come back. I very, very rarely do that. It's like once or twice a game for faster clear in a lane or something. Usually I'm using my wish on my 3, which gives you the knockup. And my wish, sorry, I keep saying my wish, my genie, my passives. I'll use, these get used when you double up on ability. I probably should have clarified that a little better. So the 2 is the dash, and then if I use it again, which uses one of these, so you have to have these up, we'll slam, right? If I wall run, that doesn't use any of these, but if I click the wall run again and then I leap, it does a knockup, and it uses one of your genies. The 1 is if you call it back, it uses one of your genies. So that's the basics of the kit. I max the 2. I like to max the 3 or the 1. It's more preference than anything. I go for the heavy 1-shot combos, and I go poly pretty early. So I do like to run the 3 since I'm gonna be jumping on them no matter what, and then I get a poly off, and then I 2, I right click, I auto, I pop the 2 again. Now the last thing with Aladdin that is unique to Aladdin is the other 2 wishes we didn't talk about. We talked about wealth. I ended up getting what, like 450, 550 gold, probably 450 gold off this game. Maybe it was 550, I don't know. But your other 2 wishes, if you die, you can respawn instantly. Save this for when a major objective is you get picked or you overcommit to a fight and you want to get back to that fight to stop an objective. That's when you use that 2nd wish. And then your 3rd wish resets everything you have. Your abilities go back to, come off of cooldown. Your relics, your blink would come off of cooldown. Your active items would come off of cooldown. So perfect use of that 3rd wish, and I mean perfect, is to hold it for a late game fight, because it will allow you to 1-shot 2 people by using your ult. Since it resets your ult, you would basically full commit to somebody, ult them, and then when you come out of your ult, after you kill them, you pop that wish and you ult the next person. You can blink again and go right on them. I'll try to show, I'd like to show you guys here. If I can get them to group up, I'll show you. Obviously this would be earlier in the game than I would like, but it would still be nice to show you guys kind of the idea. But basically it's kill somebody with your ult after using everything, after kit dumping, pop it, kill somebody with your ult again after kit dumping. Then it's 2v5, or sorry, 3v5, you win the game. The big thing with Aladdin ult is making sure you don't throw it at somebody that knows how to beads it. A lot of people still don't know how Aladdin works, which is really sad. But Aladdin's ult cannot be beads like Ne ult. So if you played Smite 1, Ne ult could hit you and then you would beads. Aladdin ult, if it hits you, you're going into that lamp. So you need to pre-beads, meaning as soon as this animation starts. So I'm going to run in and throw an Ekakulk in here. So as soon as this animation starts, you need the beads. But before I throw it out, you got to hit that beads. If you don't, you're going to go into the Aladdin ult. It's actually how a team won game 5 of a best of 5 in the LAN this weekend, was because the Ullr, the ADC, tried to beads it after it hit him instead of pre-beadsing it. If he'd have known, if he had practiced against it, they wouldn't have lost that game, which is crazy to think about. So here's the engage. I don't have my ult, but I can drop that wish, pop my ult, take him in, kill him. I don't think these bots know how to come in here, so there's that. This guy, get a nice little kill. So it's a bot game. I get it. How much can you learn? I feel like me talking about things and explaining it in the moment helps a lot. So playing in a high level ranked game is going to be confusing because people are going to react very differently in my games versus yours. Obviously, I don't plan on doing this with bots forever. You have to play against bots when you're leveling your account for some reason now. But I do feel like seeing it and hearing it has a lot of value right now in Smite. So Aladdin is still the best god in the game, despite his nerfs. You can notice the jump range is significantly shorter. It's not game breaking. It's not gonna make you lose. You know, now he's still the best god in the game. It really is that simple. Can I kill this guy? Oh, nice. Yo, my Vulcan's going crazy. But I did want to do kind of a walkthrough, especially with the jungle start I've been doing. I haven't really explained it or talked about it too much. I do that a lot right now. I think the pro players kind of showed that your start really doesn't matter. It's just about hitting 5 as soon as possible and farming. Realistically, with the farm pattern I gave you, you guys are going to hit 5 a little earlier as long as you keep farming and don't back to base and, you know, too often. And hitting 5 and then going for that gank is big. Yo, what in the world? You can see how hard you hit still, like after nerfs. You try to just smash. Take him in. This god is just crazy. It's non-stop. The one other thing that I do like about the strength build over the int build is you get more cooldown faster because you start with a Jotuns and then you can go into a Hydra's. And then you get Crusher. So you have 3 cooldown items pretty quickly. Where with the intellect build, you do not have as much cooldown, so you're not spamming your ult as much. So I do see why a lot of people would want the strength build over the int. The thing I do, like I said, like a lot about the int is the amount of damage you do. The auto attack canceling into the poly proc, the raw damage output from your 1 and your 2. It's real. It's in the 2000s. It's just insane to really process, I think. We'll go Obsidian Shard. But 100% try both. Play the one that's consistent for you. For now, both are very good. I think if Heartseeker gets gutted at some points, which who knows if it will or won't happen, I believe you have a very good chance to just run that strength build for a long time. Like it would have to get significantly gutted to the point where nobody wanted to build it, I think, to be bad on Aladdin. I also don't think they're gonna kill Aladdin anytime soon. People really like him. Seen a bunch of people tweeting. Rexy, a dual player that creates a lot of content, was saying Ull's been his favorite god for as long as I've known. And he's saying Aladdin is pushing that. Like, it's, you know, Aladdin's up there with Ull now, so you can tell a lot of people are really gravitating towards this god. Just look how much damage you do, though. Like, yeah, they're under leveled, whatever, but you get over leveled on Aladdin because you're killing everybody. You're just slamming. You're doing ridiculous amounts of damage. Oh, triple kill. Oh, I might be able to get a pentakill. If they don't end. Let's see. Is he low? That was really weird. He was low spawning. What was that? Oh, he stole my pentakill. No, yeah, well, they do spawn low. That's strange. I wonder if that's a bot bug or what. I wonder if they even know that that exists. So there's a quick little walkthrough. You get a, you know, a how-to on Aladdin. I'll be playing him in ranked and I'll have more of these. but I wanted an initial one because I think there's still a lot of confusion about jungle starts, what your goal is. My Neith was pumping, and really what you're looking to do. Did I hit level 5? Okay, my account is level 7 now off one. Level 8? Level 9? Level 10? Level 12? Okay, this has got to be bugged, right? It said my account was just going up forever. It said it was level 20. It's level 3. I got 1 level. I got baited. I was gonna say I'm level 10 already. I can go play ranked and not have to deal with bots. So if you have any questions about what you're looking to do on Aladdin or build, ask in the comments below. If jungle is still overwhelming to you, take a step back. If you listen to what I talked about, where we're talking about the jungle rotations and hitting 5, try to make that your goal. Hit 5 as early as possible and then go for a kill. While doing that, your best contribution to your team is make sure they know where the enemy jungler should be at all times. So if you're on the right side of the map invading and you don't see him, he's probably on the left side of the map. So say, hey, do a lane, jungle is going to kill you, right? Like, let them know it's coming. Because if your team doesn't die before you at 5, and your goal is at 5, their jungler's goal is to gank, and it fails, you will get a massive lead off of hitting 5 and getting a kill. Your jungle farm will be higher. You'll have more gold. You'll have more GPM. You will get more, you'll continue on that route, which is really, really important right now. There's a lot of jungle farm on the map. I do realize in lower games, really bad players will do jungle farm on their way to their lane because they are horrible players. The sad reality is if you just sit in lane, there's more XP in lane than a jungler can get. You will automatically hit level 20 before a jungler if you just get every wave in every one of your camps. Like if you're duo, if you get purple on cooldown, you get the mid camp over there on cooldown and you get your wave on cooldown, you'll hit 20 before everybody but solo, because solo has the same, ability to do that. So the jungler is a lot of farm on the map. Control as much of it as you can. Invade as much as possible. Any downtime, fill it with invading. You saw that, I think it was like 3.5 minutes. I was just naturally looking into their farm, looking for camps to be up, see where they would be. That is what you want to be doing. You need to not be afraid to go in their jungle. And then if you get caught out, use an ability to get away. Use a Loki ult to get away. Use a Blink to get away. Use a Thor ult to get away. That's fine. It's you creating pressure in another way that might not resonate exactly like right away with you, but you are creating pressure. It's just a completely different type of pressure. Realize your power spikes. So on Aladdin, since we just played him, his power spike is really after that first pen item. A lot of junglers have power spikes after their first item, or after, if they get a Hydra second, that might be a power spike. You got to learn them by playing the God a bunch. So try to learn that quickly. You learn that by testing and failing. You go, as Aladdin, you go on a God with one item, you don't kill him. Okay, I don't do enough yet. I need my teammate to do more, or which really means, can I rely on my teammate or do I need to farm more? Oh, I need my second item. Okay. You play Thanatos. Oh, I can kill with no items, right? Like, there's a lot of different power spikes on a lot of gods. I will try to explain them as I play them and do these, play-by-play how-tos, whatever. If there's more about Aladdin you don't understand, put it in the comments, because I feel like I covered the really hard basics. A big thing with late game Aladdin is, like I said, is not throwing your ultimate into someone who's gonna beads it. So that can be, you need to be hyper patient. You need to play like a Mercury, where you're just spamming your one ability over and over again so you get enough poke off or your team engages, and then you engage. You very rarely want to be the first person just W keying in, unless the person you're hitting will automatically go into your ult. Then it's a completely different story, right? You're going to see a lot of Aladdin for a while. So I figured I'd do him first. I'll cover a Vulcan in the video coming up, because Vulcan has a ton of information involved with him. He's actually really fun. So I'm excited to get into that and talk about it. I've tested him a fair amount last night. We'll see where he plays out in the long run, but short term right now, he seems like maybe not OP, probably nowhere near OP, but he's got a lot of possibilities, a lot of utility in that kit to send him into different roles and make him useful. So hope you guys liked the video. If the bots bugged you that much, I won't do them again. Just tell me. I think in 2 levels or maybe 1 more level, I stopped playing bots, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I won't do another bot video if it really bugs you guys that much. Hopefully you liked the video. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the video later tomorrow, the next day, and the next day.